evening and welcome to Up South, your window to South India every evening on India Today at 6:30 p.m. with me, T.S. Sudhir. A little later on in the show, our special umbrella report with special reports coming all the way from Bengaluru and Kanyakumari. Is the ban on Jallikattu set to go? That's the indication given by Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar in Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu. He said that the centre would consider taking steps including amending laws to allow Jallikattu, which is a bull taming sport held during Pongal in Tamil Nadu's southern districts. The Supreme Court had last year banned using bulls for Jallikattu events or bullock cart races across the country and directed governments and Animal Welfare Board of India to take steps to prevent the infliction of unnecessary pain or suffering on animals. Political parties had argued that the ban on Jallikattu had dampened Pongal festivities in Tamil Nadu, especially in the southern districts where it has been a popular event for centuries. The animal rights activists who for years have been lobbying for a ban on Jallikattu are not amused by the statement made by Prakash Javadekar. Let's listen in to what Mr. Prakash Javadekar said in Kumbakonam and the reactions coming in from the animal rights activists.
I told them the difficulties. I had actually one day made the file of bringing bullock out of the schedule, which prohibit Jallikattu, bullock cart race and many other things, and Kamala in Karnataka. So I wanted to continue the religious and cultural festivals, because it is the farmers who take care of the bullocks.
Well, since the Animal Welfare Board come under the ministry, honestly, I must say I am personally very disappointed. I can't comment on that. You know, he's probably responding to requests he has got from other parties, and said he will look into it. I think it's only reasonable that the minister looks into it, as long as it's not overturned.
I see it as a terribly retrograde move, because after a very, very long time, we finally had the Supreme Court delivering what I consider one of the most brilliant judgments in protecting animals. This is a landmark judgment in animal welfare. So if this government does anything to subvert this judgment or to overturn this judgment, I would consider it to be a retrograde step, and this would be a terrible blow for animal welfare and animal rights.
Let me cut across live to Chennai to my colleague Shisha Reddy. Shisha, we heard both sides there, the Union Environment Minister as well as the two animal rights activists. Now, should the central government give in to pressure from various groups as well as political parties who are demanding Jallikattu, does legal option remain the only recourse left for these animal rights activists?
Well, exactly, Sudhir. That is one of the reasons that why these animal rights activists went to the court in order to put a ban on Jallikattu, because remember, they have been fighting this for long years, and now the BJP government, in fact, to score some brownie points, and also with elections coming as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, and Jallikattu usually happens in the month of January, and elections due in around April, May. So this will of course help the BJP to, in fact, get some votes in that particular community. In fact, that is where that is one of the reasons that why this statement comes, and of course it's quite important to see the time of the statement that's been made by the BJP leader.
Right, so Shisha Reddy there indicating that vote politics may be at play in deciding what happens to Jallikattu. Shisha Reddy, thanks a lot for joining us there from Chennai. News now from Bengaluru, where bars and restaurants are given to serve liquor to many underage patrons. Now MP from Karnataka, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, has written to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, asking him to take action against pubs indulging in this illegal activity. Many parents have been concerned about the easy access to liquor for children, and it is more so in Bengaluru, the pub capital of India, where poor enforcement and lack of standardized proof of age makes it easy for retailers and pub owners to get away. The Police Commissioner of Bengaluru has now promised to look into the matter. Joining me now from Bengaluru is my colleague Rohini Swami. Rohini, what is the reaction coming from the pub owners? And also, I believe Rajiv Chandrasekhar has now opened an email where people can actually report any such incidents or places where minors are being served liquor. What are the details that you have?
Well, when I've been speaking to the representatives of the pub, restaurants and hotel owners in Bangalore, they're saying that law is a law and law of the land should be adhered to, should be respected, and nobody should look at breaking the law. They're on the police side at this point of time saying if there is anybody and if they're a part of the association, they will be definitely brought to task and they will be told, because as of now, liquor being served to any child under the age of 21, or rather anybody under the age of 21, is being prohibited, and that should be adhered to because there's a reason why it's being done so. They're also saying that even if the parents are accompanying the person who is below 21, that is not acceptable, and it's also the bar owners their responsibility not to serve liquor especially in public spaces. Like, yes, Rajiv Chandrasekhar has now opened an email hotline which he says protectchildren@rajiv.in, which he says parents or anybody can write anonymous letters talking about incidents or possibly any other places they know where they serve liquor to people who are under the age of 21.
Right, a very important step they have taken, and obviously this is a story we'll continue to track very closely because many parents will be concerned about what happens in different pubs and restaurants which actually serve liquor to underage and minors. Rohini Swami, thanks a lot for joining us there from Bengaluru. Staying with news from Bengaluru, a 15-year-old girl was gang raped by her boyfriend and two of his friends in the JP Nagar locality of Bengaluru. Bengaluru being shamed once again by this kind of an incident. The victim's boyfriend apparently took her home on the pretext of meeting her and sexually assaulted her. When she resisted, two of his friends also joined and gang raped her. The victim has filed a complaint with the police station and the three accused have been arrested. Two more persons have been arrested for helping the three accused. The victim's father is a bank employee.
All the three are majors. All the three accused are majors, but the girl is 14 years old, and investigation is on as to whether she was in touch with any one of them before. The fact is that there was the allegation that's made, the complaint that is received is of rape, not only by one person but two others. So all the three have been arrested by the local police last night without any loss of time. And investigation is continuing and we will do a thorough investigation.
Right. This Sunday, India will celebrate the first International Yoga Day on June 21st. And all over the country, there will be these yoga events which will be held. But as the Modi government celebrates the first International Yoga Day, a comment made by the Karnataka Social Welfare Minister H. Anjaneya has sparked a row. The minister said that the yoga is for lazy people and for rich people who do not have any other time for exercise. The minister added that the government's priority should be to encourage children and youngsters to take up outdoor sport that involve running and walking. The minister's statement has come as an embarrassment for the state government in Karnataka, which too is planning to celebrate Yoga Day in a big way. Interestingly, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is himself an yoga enthusiast. Meanwhile, Karnataka Health Minister U.T. Khadar, a practicing Muslim, has asked people not to politicize yoga as it is just a form of exercise.
ನಾವು ಹುಡುಗರನ್ನ ಪೀಡಿ ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಮಳೆ ಚಳಿ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಸಣ್ಣರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಬಡ್ಡಿ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಖೋಖೋ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಚಿನ್ನಿ ದಂಡ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಹೈ ಜಂಪ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಗರು ಗಾಯ ಪಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಹುಡುಗರು. ಯೋಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಗಾಡಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ನಮ್ ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸಲು ನನ್ನ ಬಂಧುಗಳು ಪೌರ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಷಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಕಾದ ಶ್ರಮಜೀವಿಗಳು ಬೆವರು ಯಾರು ಸುರಿಸ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರು ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಐಷಾರಾಮ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯೋಗ ಬೇಕು.
And yoga means not only Surya Namaskara. I do yoga, but I don't practice Surya Namaskara also. I have not learnt also. But many other yoga, pranayama exercises are there. It should be considered an exercise given by ancient our ancestors, not only for India, but the world. And the world has recognized that. So they are having this World Yoga Day.
Interestingly, a 5-member committee on yoga of the Karnataka government has in fact recommended that yoga be made a mandatory subject in all undergraduate courses in all colleges in Karnataka.
Nobody is there to study about himself. So one should be aware of about himself. So in that way, we wanted yoga to be introduced for the awareness of self. So unless youth is trained to manage oneself, he cannot manage the society. So in that sense, as part of the course, without giving any extra burden, we recommended to introduce yoga as a compulsory subject.
23-year-old Yaduvir Krishnadatta Chamaraja Wadiyar was coronated as the 27th King of Mysuru on the 28th of May. Rohini Swami caught up with the new ruler of Mysuru for this exclusive interview.
I'm joined with the newly crowned Maharaja Yaduvir himself. Thank you so much for talking to us. But I'd like to ask you this question. I met you during the coronation. Has it sunk in now?
Yeah, more or less, I suppose, yeah. It has. It's a great honor to imbibe this persona who is 600 years old. I hope to, in the years to come, carry forward our traditions of our house and also bring some stability to it and ensure that heritage, which is very important to Karnataka, and in that sense to India as well, stays alive.
Well, I'd like to ask you this. After your studies, your education, how much ever you're doing, when you go back, or if you meet your friends from your batch, being the Maharaja, how do they address you? How do they talk to you? Because I want to know, how does that communication happen? Is it the same old friendly way, or is it more respectful now?
Obviously, something has changed. They know it. But I think once, you get past the small formalities, it's pretty much the same still. We still have the same camaraderie, the same friendship. That still remains.
And now, new friends, new people, new ways, because I have seen that day, ma'am, the Maharani would tell you at every point of step what to do, and you also were doing it, because this is something that I've always said, she's handheld you through it, and you happily did it. Now also, with the way forward, how happy are you to take over and take it forward?
I'm obviously very happy. I mean, my whole identity has been crafted from being a part of this family, and to become the central role in it is the greatest honor for me, above anything else that this world can offer. It's a great source of pride for me to walk in the same footsteps as the giants of my ancestors, and I hope that I can fulfill, at least to some extent, their ambition, their vision, and continue their contribution to the state.
Time for a break on Up South. After the break, the Umbrella Report, two special reports celebrating the romance of the monsoon. And now the time for the Umbrella Report. The southwest monsoon hit the Karnataka coast on the 5th of June. And it's not just the farmers who are celebrating. Even dancers and musicians are in a celebratory mood. And who wouldn't want to dance in the rain? Pratibha Raman, who is also an accomplished dancer, does precisely that.
The pitter-patter of raindrops, dewdrops on petals. There's music, there's rhythm, there's joy, and there's dance. Capturing all this into a contemporary form is this group of young dancers in Bengaluru, making merry with the onset of monsoon in India's garden city.
A dance, it is like I say, it brings the freshness, and it is beautifully represented by dance of the peacocks and the freshness in the leaves, the water on the water droplets on the leaves and the flowers and the colors and many things. So for me, dance is full of color, you know. So we thought, okay, this is the best way to relate both monsoon and dance.
This particular choreography is set with 9 beats to the music by Laya Tharanga, which is composed with many ragas. Every beat here depicts every drop of the rain. From splashing water to rinsing your clothes and getting drenched again. These dancers here call it the monsoon musings.
While monsoon generally brings hope and cheer for dancers, We are here to bring you rain through this dance because Amrita Varshini is one of the ragas in this music which is believed to bring rain. With camera person Madhu, Pratibha Raman, Bangalore, India Today.
From Bengaluru, let's go further down south to Kanyakumari, the tip of India that sees the first drops of the monsoon every year. Revati Rajivan sent us this report from Kanyakumari.
I'm standing at Kanyakumari, right in front of the Thiruvalluvar statue and Vivekananda Memorial. This is the place that attracts thousands of people because this is where the sunrise and sunset looks best. And this is the place where rain is born in mainland India. Tourists come here to savor that, and we have a couple here who have just landed from Uttarakhand. Let's ask them how has it been this monsoon. Sir, आप पहली बार आ रहे हैं कन्याकुमारी, कैसा लगा आपको?
बहुत अच्छा लगा जी, हम अभी आए रहे हैं जस्ट। मैं उत्तराखंड से स्पेशली सी देखने आया हूं, हमने जिंदगी में कभी सी देखा नहीं था। दिस इज ए वेरी वेरी गुड प्लेस।
मौसम कैसा लगा यार?
मौसम बढ़िया, न गर्मी है न सर्दी है, ठीक है, बढ़िया। आई एम हैप्पी टू सी दिस प्लेस।
You've heard them say they are enjoying here in the southern part of India. The monsoon might have been weak, the rain might have been delayed, but the dark messenger is sailing right now above the waves that are rushing in. This monsoon, Kanyakumari will not disappoint you. With camera person Jayakumar, Revati Rajivan in Kanyakumari for India Today.
That's it then on Up South this Thursday evening. News and updates will continue on India Today. Thanks for watching.